Knowles on the News. Susan Knowles.
So, did you catch that? Did you catch Mitt Romney's speech? I have to pause for a moment so that I won't laugh hysterically. It never ceases to amaze me how out of touch the GOP really is. I mean, here we have the 2012, and let's not forget the 2008 candidate coming out and trying to bash Donald Trump. Okay, that's like, what can I compare that to? That's like having Lassie go up against King Kong, right? Regardless of what your political views are and, you know, your like or dislike for Donald Trump. I mean, really, it's silly. Absolutely silly. And to me, it goes to show you just how out of touch that the GOP is with the American people. For them to think that anyone, and I'll take that back. I'm sure there is someone, but for them to think that most people would think and listen to Romney and follow what he says is crazy. You know, Romney's the one that people wouldn't go out and vote for. One, because he was Mormon. Two, because he was weak. I mean, if you think back about it, when he lost in 2008, McCain and Huckabee got together, and they got him out in 2008, causing Obama to win. But then he comes back around in 2012. You know, Mitt's making a return, and he's going to go out there this time, and he's going to get the nomination. Well, what did he do? He comes out in the first go-around, the first debate, and he was strong, you know, going after Obama right and left. And then somebody said, okay, Mitt, you don't want to do that. Obama, it'll look bad if you're talking down to him. Probably because it's not politically correct. You know, he is black, you are white. I mean, I can imagine that they had these type of conversations. And so what does he do? He goes back out there, and it's like, you know, you're right. I agree with you, Mr. Obama. I really do. I think what you're saying is correct. I mean, come on. All of us sitting there watching those debates, we're sitting in disbelief that in the entire time going, are you kidding me? And again, even then, they were out of touch. And I know that they weren't the ones sitting there telling Romney what he should say like his handlers were, but I'm sure they had a part in it. So why come back out now? 4 years later, let's bring out that tough Mitt Romney. Oh, unbelievable is all I have to say. Totally unbelievable. And then to have rumors flying over the last, week or so, oh, Mitt Romney's going to get back into the race. Nothing would surprise me. Absolutely nothing at this point. I think everybody all around is seeming very desperate. You know, we have Rubio who won't bow out gracefully. If I were Rubio and where he's at right now, just having one state under my belt, I'd get out before I embarrass myself when Florida votes against him. That's what I'd do. Let your ego go. Get out. It's only going to hurt your party if you stay in. And then just let it be a contest between Trump and Cruz and see who wins. And then here's Dr. Carson. Dr. Carson, Earth to Dr. Carson, get out, please. And John Kasich, I didn't even realize you were still in. You can go away now, too. We have got to start focusing on moving forward. I'm not looking forward to the debates because, quite frankly, I've had enough of them. It's the same old stuff over and over and over. We need to do something better. We need to quit having so many debates, and we need to narrow the field next time much faster than we have this time, because I think the American people just start tuning out. I'm sure there are less people watching. I can only say to you honestly that I have watched one Democrat debate, and then I couldn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't stomach it. So we need to move it along. We need to let this go forward. We need not to have the GOP threatening to try to take Donald Trump out. It's ridiculous. But let me give you a little hint, GOP. If you want to take somebody out like Donald Trump, don't send in Mitt Romney, please. Don't send him in. Send in somebody that somebody has a little bit of respect for, that they are who they say they are, that they are a tough guy. And right now with the GOP, I'm not sure exactly who that would be. Used to think it was Trey Gowdy. Not even sure about him after the Benghazi hearings. So I don't know. I think it's time for all of us to wonder why we're in the GOP anymore, and if the GOP is going to be around much longer. And I think if Donald Trump gets the nominee and the GOP doesn't allow him to have that nominee, you're going to see a mutiny. We have to remain who we are under the Constitution as Americans and move forward with what is legally allowed to be done. It's, even if you don't like it, the American people, if they speak and they want Donald Trump, then that needs to go forward. He needs to go forward as the candidate, not somebody else. It's time that we get back in control of who we are as Americans, and that we're the ones who tell the government what to do and not the other way around. So, anyway, until next time, it's Susan Knowles with Knowles on the News.